I want to be more aware of how much life I'm living here and whether or not that's joyful, positive, and how much life I'm living outward and with people. I was recently reading a book, and a Mark Twain quote really caught my attention and sent me into a mental rabbit hole. The quote was this: "I'm an old man and I've had many troubles, most of which have never happened." I had to sit there with it for a minute because I've had a lot of troubles, but most of them haven't happened. What can that mean? How much of your life do you end up living in your head? He's had all of these troubles. Think about all of the times that you have been frustrated with somebody, when you've had a conversation and it's upset you and you have played it over and over in your head over what you could have said, what you should have said, how things should have turned out. Maybe you play through experiences that you had, whether you were a young child or a teenager or going into your 20s and 30s, and you just keep replaying those difficult moments that you lived through. Maybe you replay the happy moments that you lived through. Harry Potter, Dumbledore says to him, "Of course it's all in your head, Harry, but why does that make it any less real?" We spend so much time with our thoughts, with our minds. Just because it's in our minds doesn't mean that we don't, on some level, believe that it's real. Believe that this conversation should have been that way, and you have a physical, emotional reaction to how you didn't say what you wanted to say. You have an emotional reaction to that person on the freeway that's driving really crazy and making you uncomfortable. You spend time mulling that over, and then eventually you have to share the experience with other people and get it out of your head and into truth and reality. And you've created this huge story around this one little event that happened, but in actuality, none of that happened. Because you lived it in your mind, you created so much more than was there. What are you spending your mental time on? Your mental energy on? How much life are you living in your mind? And the next question I ask you from that is it good? Is the life that you are living in your mind, the life that you are creating, those memories and those thoughts that you keep mulling over, how much of it is good and wonderful and great and happy, and you want to relive that over and over again because it's so positive and fantastic? And how much of that is weighty and troublesome and you really want to change it? Perhaps if we pause and start paying attention to what we're thinking and the life that we're living and the time that we are spending in our minds, we could change it from a weighty, sad, overwhelmed life to something more joyful and happy. I ask you again, where are you living your life? Is it out and here and you are doing and experiencing and you are taking things in and you are learning and you are just having this wonderful journey that you are so grateful and blessed to be having? Would you like to live your life, or are you living your life? How can you change that? What can you do to make it even better? I sat with this thought, I sat with this quote, and I am loving it because I want to be more aware of how much life I'm living here and whether or not that's joyful, positive, and how much life I'm living outward and with people, doing things that bring me a lot of joy and happiness. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again next time.